I just finished recording a podcast with our colleague Donald Kelly from the Sales Evangelist. Firstly, thank you, Donald, for having me on your show this morning. Donald asked me to speak about sales call reluctance and the mindset behind being afraid to do prospecting. Well, I likened my message to the story of my professional career. It was 10 years ago this month that I decided to take a real mid-course correction in my career. I was born and raised in funeral service, third generation funeral director, Pansier Funeral Home. And 10 years ago, on April 15th, yes, tax day, we brought the Pacific Institute into our grief recovery program, our Wings of Hope program. And I realized how powerful this information was, the information behind the cognitive understanding of habits, attitudes, beliefs, and expectations, and how you can recast your own mindset, no matter how challenging things are in your life, to tap into your potential and drive greater personal, professional performance. All that said, about 10 years ago, I cut the lifeboats off from my funeral business, brought my wife in and a partner to run that enterprise, and now am solely focused on going from death care, if you will, to breathing life and leaders around the globe. And how I connected that or correlated that to car reluctance and sales reluctance is I had to go from a caregiver when people came to me for services to do outreach on my own and to totally change my brand when people fully understood me as someone who was a death care professional versus being a performance consultant. Was I full of trepidation? Absolutely. Did I feel like a poser? Certainly. Did I feel as if I needed to get schooled up very, very quickly or I would fail? Definitely. But what did I do? I felt the fear and did it anyway. Why? Because my focus, my picture, my replacement picture was so strong and vivid in my mind, it became a true want to. So as sales professionals, if you are reluctant to go to that networking event, if you're reluctant to make that call, if you're reluctant to ask for the business, well, think about your higher purpose. Is what you're selling, is what you're doing, is it really serving your higher purpose? Is it your want to in your life? Does it fall in the category of making someone's life better? Well, I believe our services, the Pacific Institute, do that very thing, giving people tools to tap into their potential to be better people, both personally and professionally. So when you are full of trepidation, when you're fearful to go to that networking event, when you're fearful to make that additional call, don't be concerned about the fear of rejection. Focus on what you want, and that is providing the great services or product, if you will, to those that you are transacting business with. And because we're teleological, because we'll move in that direction, you're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. Then once you get there, once you succeed, you should celebrate that success and do it over again. Enjoy the journey.